Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. Today I'm going to be working on, it's really not going to be a snippet roll. It's going to go through, I need it flat for flat mail, so I'm going to have to cut it. But it's going to be more like a snippet strip, which is paper. And let me show you what I did. I'm using this paper pad, which is all about bees, and it's in Park Lane, Joann's, I think. And I wanted to make a card. Oh, you can see, yes, my desk is always a mess. Nothing is glued down yet. But what I did, there was a piece of paper in there that would have made a great journal cover. You know, it had some design on one side and not on the other. But what I did was cut that to make this card. I'll show you the, see, this isn't, you know how I am about fussy cutting. But this was on one side. And how precious is that? And I'm thinking, I fussy cut this little bee out too, thinking about putting him here. And I wanted to make a card for someone and just let them know that I was thinking of them. She loves a little bit of everything. Now, her favorite animals would not be bees, but she does like bees, to my knowledge. In fact, I think she likes all living creatures, personally, to my knowledge. I know what her favorite ones are, but I thought she might get a kick out of, you know, when you tell anyone you're working with yellow or a golden honey-colored yellow, it is a symbol of cheerfulness. And I wanted to let this person know I was thinking of them. And hopefully, let me know in the comments below if you agree. Send a little cheer their way. And so this is a piece of fabric here that I'm thinking about putting on my pocket. And then I fussy cut these out of the paper, and these were cut aparts there. And then I did this tag, and I haven't put, I'm not sure, I think I used to have some bee ribbon, but if I don't, I might do some seam binding or something like that there for that. And so we have this, and I wanted to put, she loves snippet rolls in fabric as well, but I thought since this is going snail mail, and yes, I did the square card on purpose, because as you know, if you do a square card here in the States, it is extra postage. And to my knowledge, what I was told is you can put non-machinable at the bottom of the envelope, front and back, and it should not go through the machine. I don't want this to do that. And the reason I keep saying that, I know I sound like a broken record, but I did have something very similar. I had the extra postage, everything, but it wasn't square and non-machinable front and back. It went through the machine anyway. She got it in a plastic bag because it was over 3/4 ripped in two. So, and she showed it on her channel, and I was like, ah! So I do everything humanly possible to get it this safe, you know what I mean? So this is, I'm one of those that lays things out because, as you all know, it takes me forever and a day just to accomplish something. And just to have, you know, little scraps over here, and like for example, okay, these 3 buttons I would love to put on there. But if they decide not to pay attention to what I have on this square card, and it goes to that machine anyway, it will rip the envelope. I've had other people do it, send me things like that in a card, and have the same thing happen. Wherever it goes to the machine, it'll just rip. So anywho, so the other side, oh, I need to put this here. Okay, in the top. So the other side of this 12 by 12 paper, I had some paper left over, so I just made these strips. And this one will probably end up being the base of a fabric one, or I might go ahead and put a ribbon down first. These both might be paper like this one. But yeah, this is what's, yeah, there's metallic gold on. It's pretty, but yes, I'm going to cover it up. And I know some people, when it comes to snippet rolls and snippet strip stuff, they're like, I don't want to cover anything up. And I get that, but sometimes you just have to do what you got to do, right? I hope to be doing some sewing on this. She does sewing on a lot of her projects as well. So I will end up with my Pritt glue stick adhering them down. Unless it comes to something else that I feel another adhesive is best. Oh, that's just one of my scraps. I'm using for my Distress Ink the fossilized amber because that is the color. Now, I know there's something honey out too, and I have it, but it's packed away across the hall. But this color is what looks so yummy with the paper. So, and when it comes to the buttons, as you can see, my little, where is it? Ooh, it's super shiny. This is 3/4 of an inch punch. I can turn it over. EK Tools put that out. And so I used that for the buttons. And then I used, where is it? Because I'd rather use these, to be honest. These looked so good on here, but I knew I might have trouble being flat mail. So I just did my 3/4 inch punch on this. Then I took this punch. This is Fiska's. I don't know where I got it, to be honest, but that's as tiny as it's supposed to be. But it's not teeny tiny, as you can see. But then punched my 2 holes. This one got rejected because my holes weren't as even as they should be. And then what I do, just to, let me see, I have my Tombow markers in N15, and because that has a white core, is I just go ahead and tell that white core goodbye. And then I actually go inside of these as well. And I do go around in a little circle. So see, you can't, that's gone. I think it looks a lot better. Personally, that's just me. And I made those because I think they're going to survive the mail better. So when you have everything laid out like this, as you all know, a lot of times you're like, nah, and you move stuff around. So I'm going to take that off. I did that with that small punch with just a little bee. And then I fussy cut this beautiful metallic gold bee. And you'll see almost everything here is, hopefully I'm in frame, everything here has already been inked around. So let's start with this. I did not do anything. I wanted it to hang over my edge a little bit, but I didn't do anything with this straight edge here, which I normally do, but I didn't do that this time. Let me see, where is my book that I usually glue stuff on with? Let's get over here. I'm a little bit discombobulated. I won't get extremely political because I know y'all are here just to watch me craft and be positive, which is what I normally am because that's what I like in other channels as well. But it's Monday and I'm a little bit heartbroken with the Supreme Court. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure y'all saw that commercial. No man is above the law. No man is above the law. not even the president. No man is above the law. And then they do what they did. And the 6-3 split, to me, as so many people are saying online, it sure looks political to me. And as somebody who has been thankful to God to be an American, I'm really sad right now. And I'll be honest with y'all, when I heard what they did, I was sick to my stomach. I'm serious. I was literally sick to my stomach. So, whew. And I won't stay upset like this because I know y'all aren't here to hear me. This, I did leave the flower that I fussy cut out of a piece of the paper. I did leave it like so. Because the bees are going for the pollen, I did take my little dauber and go sideways and fill that in, you know, to make that pop. I did it on the card as well. And I think I want that to go out because I like the way that looks. So this is going to have to move up some. I'm one of those people who got teased at unmercifully before. Oh, she got another t-shirt on. That's the flag. For years and years and years. I don't know how many I had, you all. And especially when I was working outside, you know, all my t-shirts were of the flag. Just heartbroken, that's all. And I know some of y'all are going to leave me, and that's fine, because of me saying this. And if you need to leave me, that's fine. I understand, because we all feel differently about things. I just needed to say it, you know. I just felt compelled to say it. Let me put it that way. So, I've already done my crying. Hopefully I won't cry on this video. I think I got that all out of my system, I think. What did I do here? It looks like I might have tried to put that there, and then my little bee here going up this way. I keep moving my paper around because the reason I do that is because I kept it in a certain spot, and then I would put like the fresh piece of paper there, and lo and behold, if it wouldn't get glue on it, I was like, oh man, what have I done? So I've learned to move it around some. Do I want that? Do I want my bee like this or like that? That's cuter, isn't it? I think. I had it straight up, but I like it going towards the flower that way better. I also feel around here, you can also see it in the light where the glue is if you hold it a certain way. Sorry for that horn. Somebody's car got banged, as you can hear. Okay. I do have, you know, when my glue gets on this piece here, as you see, it'll want to stick for a little, and then I can just wash it all down. And look at this. This is the queen bee, y'all. I've got that here. I think I wanted this one here. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'll put this one down first. So do you all like to do this? It's therapeutic, I think. A lot of people do it without thinking. You know what I mean? They just do it. I don't create that way. I admire them for doing that. I think that's really cool. But I'm one of those, if I didn't have it to where I wanted it, I wouldn't be happy with it. And this, like I said, this is going to a very nice person. So I want it to be just so. Do I think she would be happy with it because of how nice she is? Sure. But, oh yeah, I just punched out a tag in this one, isn't it? And look how tiny the bees are in that. But isn't that sweet? It's such a sweet piece here. And I'm thinking about doing, well, if that goes there, what was I thinking? There? What was I thinking of doing? Did y'all know what I was thinking? I didn't do this today, by the way. I've been spending too much time with the news today. Let me move this down a little bit. And I'm also debating, I don't know what color. My threads, I had gotten to the point where a lot of my sewing threads, I don't know about that. A lot of my sewing threads were very similar colors, you know, my pinks and greens. There's a little spot here, and I can either ink it. Oh, there's a little spot right there as well. Let's move that over. And see, it'll move over for a little while. And then here. Or should we do here? Yeah. Okay, so there's our foundation, I guess, before we do anything else with it. And you see the only little bit that's showing is right there, which I think I was going to try and grab the metallic gold piece and have that there. I think that was my but see, that might come out different too. Okay, I'm gonna put this like this, give me a little bit more room. This one right here I think is adorable. But let me see, here I go again. I want it to look a certain way. And, ooh. Oh, that might be cute too. I don't know if it's showing up on my, if I'm out of frame. I'm thinking right at the end, and maybe have that one off to the side a little, maybe. And then have the other one coming down as this one's going up. Yeah, let's do that. the person this is going to does quite a few journals. She's super busy these days, but she still told us she was going to do some journals. And this, even though it's going to be cut because I only have less than 5 inches this way, because the pocket, as you know, when you glue it, the glue spreads a little bit, and so that takes your, you know, you have to fit it all the way in so you can close the card. Maybe if I twist that a little bit, it's cuter. The great thing about these is, oh wow, your scraps, like if you've worked with your paper pad before. Now sometimes, like the piece I got out of there, I left it because I was going to do a journal cover with it, but ended up doing a card. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of foam tape. Got all my dried up baby wipe. And let me see. We know we want this one to come down this way. We know that. Or maybe even like so. Instead of the very top. Yeah. And then I like this being here. I just think it's pretty. I mean, we could do it right in the middle, but I like it off to the side a little bit here. And that way this side is much more, you know, the width is, it would be great on a page to the, you know, either a belly band or if it's a tuck spot to the left. I think I'm going to do that and just put glue on half of it. I like that there. I'm so glad that bees are still getting attention, because we need to keep focusing on them. They need the attention, you know. That's the one I said I wasn't going to use, right? Yeah. Or should I go ahead and do that and then put just, or should I do it that way? Do I like that? That'll cover up our white. Or do I like this one better? Yep. But I don't know how I want to place it. Maybe like so. That way. Okay. Kind of give it a little bit of sass. I want to wipe that off, because as you know, if any glue, you can see it, any glue gets on there, rats. I'll wait till it dries and then I'll fix it. Okay. I've gone around these guys with the black Tombow marker as well. Yeah. We'll do that. This isn't exact placement like the other one because I don't want it to be. Okala-dokala. And I was thinking of I went around this in the ink too, of the golden yellow one here, because that's where it's really going to pop. And this one, I don't want to cover up that flower. That's something I don't do. If I really like what's on there, I'm not good at covering it up. Maybe like this. And then this guy over here. Now what I'm going to do for them, let me put this up for a second, is I have this black embroidery floss, and I think I'm going to use 6 thread. Let me see. Oops, wrong one. And what I'm going to try to do, sometimes successful, so, oh no, it will be fine, is since I punch these holes, a lot of times you can't get this through, but since I punched them, that's the smallest little circle I could get, guys, is you just put it through here. I've sewn them on too, literally the paper ones as well. I know. But like I said, this is going to go to my machine later. And so just tie a nice little tight knot in there. And I'm going to do it, well, let me see how thick the second one is. Normally I do 3, y'all. I don't know, I have a thing. Some of y'all have told me you've got the same thing. We like 3s. And yes, that seems wasteful because that's the only one that's going to get black. You can use these little scraps for something else. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. I think, or there, I'm not sure. I'll just stick it there for now. And then I have this one. See, I don't have the make of the other one. I don't know what I did, y'all. I just took it, I guess I was in a hurry. I don't usually do that. I'll fix it when the camera goes off. This is JP Coats. And this one is number 90-A, okay, for that one. So, let me see here. See, they get like this, you know. Since I'm doing 2, I have a tendency whenever I do anything like this to do too much instead of too little. This can be saved, though. And you hear my doves. Well, this doesn't want to go through because it's so, there we go. It just didn't want to. Since we're doing, maybe we should just shut. Yeah, that's, and then, I know, isn't this fascinating? Corn can tie a knot. But the thing is, maybe you all had thought, I just want to use my buttons. Then you thought, because I used to have, believe it or not, Martha Stewart put out a button punch. And I had that baby for years. And then I said, I'm going to use my button buttons, because you all know I have tons of those because of my flower making. And I was all like, I'm going to use those. And lo and behold, I donated it. Then I was like, girl, because they had, I think it was 3 different sizes. And I was like, oh man. But I'm thankful somebody else is using it and probably very happy to use it. So, and as you see, this is my front. So we're going to go like so. And I know if you all were going to do it, probably would not be wasteful like this because I'm doing it. But you know what you can do. You can use these fibers elsewhere, you know. One and two. A lot of you all have said that your creative side is like therapy. And it is, isn't it? You get your mind on something else. Yeah, I didn't sleep well last night either because Handsome and I had a talk about everything yesterday evening. You know, that could happen today. This, like I said before, this is Monday, so, and I just kept telling him, I hope and pray your predictions don't come true. But they did. Okay, and then I'm going to put that one like so that they will really pop. Now, one thing I wanted to do, and let me put this in. I have this little, you can't see it, this little container that has my scrap embroidery floss, believe it or not. But what I'm looking at right now is brown for vintage, purple, lavender, and green, and pink for shabby chic. I could put little snippets of lace as well. And it would have to be, the lace would have to be not the thick kind, but the thinner kind. So we might do that too. I'm going to go ahead and put these guys down because that's where I want them. Let me put this over here. Okay. Another little clean spot right at the end. So I tell you, this is an exercise to get this baby off. Handsome fed the birds yesterday, but it's starting to warm up a little bit. It's such a beautiful day today. And it was such a beautiful morning yesterday. I was out there spraying for, I guess, an hour and a half with long sleeves and all protective clothing and everything that, I think I want that in some. Yeah, and then I want this one out some. Yeah. And I want it like, because it looks too much like that one. And I want it like that. So, boom, 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 yeah. And it's so beautiful, and late June to be able to wear long sleeve. Well, actually, I had a sweater on. I know, but it was early morning. So that has something to do with it as well. Now, one thing I wanted to put on here, y'all, and if I was going to do a journal myself and wanted something on the cover, I'd have gone ahead and done this. But like I said, for a flat mail, ain't no way. These guys, I had gotten myself a pack of them, and Trina from Trina's place had gotten me some too, because she knew how much I love, well, she knows how much I love bees, and so does Handsome. I told you, when we had that swarm of bees visit us, we were like 5-year-olds. We were so excited, and we're right there with them, and a bunch of them got on Handsome's head because of his shampoo. They liked his head. So he's just standing there for I don't know how long, letting them crawl all over his head. And I'm just like a 5-year-old girl who's been taken to the beach for the first time. I wasn't jumping up and down, but I wanted to. We were just so excited to have them visit. So normally I would put, even though they're up, see, they're up on foam, but guys, look, I hope that's showing. Look how thick they are to begin with. So there's no way I can feel safe, let's put it that way, to put them through snail mail. So let's look at, if we put some white lace on here, because this is a cream background, that might be pretty, or it might be. I have these still that I keep close to my desk. They're very thin. You all might have seen them on Amazon. And do you know what I mean? Like just a little snippet of it. That is actually, nope, that's the back. I have to feel, ooh, that looks nice on the black though, doesn't it? Let's see what happens if we do that. Have you, when it's this thin, and I'm going to cut this off because I don't want it. When it's this thin of lace, do you all ever have to, remember I have bad eyesight, do you all ever have to feel what the front is and what the back is, because sometimes they didn't wrap them? Then I look at it, sorry, yeah, that's the front. Look how cute that is, and it doesn't cover up the bee. Let's do that. Now here I go again. Oof. I'm glad it's that tight though, because it needs to be. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be that tight. Well, let's put it like this though. It doesn't want to stay. It does not want to stay. Let's try this again. I normally don't put this on with this glue, but let's see. But like I said, I'm going to run my needle through it. Now stop hanging on my fingers. Okay. And let's see, is there another one in here that might be cute? The little heart one. I have almost used that up, y'all. Like just a little, like I love bees. Let's do that. That might be cute in a few places, you know? Yeah. And we can do that like so. We just love bees. Let's see if that stays. I heart bees. Okay, and oh yeah, it's motorcycle time. You'll hear them all the time till it gets super, super cold. Is there a little plate? Like I said, I don't want to cover up too much because I kind of like the way it's looking. Do y'all? Nope, that would cover up a bee. Don't want to cover up my flower or that bee or that bee. But I wouldn't mind another little snippet of lace somewhere. Like, what about, oh, this is almost gone. I thought this was really pretty. See, if we do that, maybe let's do just, let's see, 1, 2, 3 here. And I can cut it. I can cut it down like this. And maybe do one of them here so we don't cover up our bees. And one of them here, maybe with just 2 on that one and 3 on the other. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do 2 on that. And let's round it. Instead of having such a stark, blunt cut, let's round it off a little bit. And we can have that one there. And then, do you all know when you do put it on your distress ink, have you all noticed that sometimes it, I'm going to cut this down some, I don't know if I'm, that it'll pick it up because it's distress ink, depending on what you're using to glue it down with. When that first happened to me, I was like, what? What's that? That's not, okay, I don't dislike that at all. Not bad. Okay. Now, let's just try to get a little bit, enough for it to just stick. So when I sew it, it'll be all right. The only piece I have hanging over are the little scallop pieces. And I think I'm going to leave that on. I cut it down, but I didn't, cut it down too much. And yes, if you're asking me if I have extremely gluey fingers right now, yes, I do, because I didn't use that. Maybe down a little on the side of that flower. Okay, so we've got that so far. The only thing, I wouldn't mind a little something here. I wanted this for the card, but would that be cute there? Yes. Or could I put, I'm not gonna put it all the way down, just get the air, cover it from the air. How about if we look inside my, oh boy, one of these boxes up here that has my, not any of that. That has my seam binding in it. I've got a box that's nothing but vintage. I've seam binding in a box that I've dyed. All right, here's the vintage. It smells good, y'all, because remember, at one time they were not smelling good. And they're all been washed and smushed, but sometimes with the vintage, that, and this doesn't go away. You know how it folds it around the cardboard? That's been washed, and it still looks like that. Hey, 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 hey. We've got black, and the person this is going to loves vintage anything. She does a lot of thrifting. Let's see. Where, again, I don't want to cover too much. I really like the bees. Ooh. No, you're coming off. You're for the card. Could we? No, that would give it too much. I love it when you take the seam binding and, you know, go like so. Oh, I love that. But no. And as you see with seam binding, it's already wanting to do that. And yes, I've had this pinking shears for 40 odd years, maybe longer. And you can see, I don't know how to cut anything straight. Let me see. Would that be cute? Just a little snippet of it. Just a little snippet. You know? And then maybe another little snippet where, for Pete's sake, I mean, it's one thing not to get it straight, but it's another to get it redonkulously crooked. Maybe where this little lace is, but that's on the same side. Ooh. Don't want to cover that. Don't want to cover that. Maybe like that. Just a little. And check it out, y'all. We've got the black. Ooh. But where would we put it? We like where everything is. Or at least I do. Are y'all saying, put something else on there, corn? It needs more. Maybe here. And then maybe here. Oh, for Pete's sake, y'all. I mean, it's almost comical, but just almost. Not 100%. Even though I want that flower to show just like it is, I might, oh boy. I might do it like that. How about like that, guys? And you know what I would love to do? I would love to put some beads, and I have tons of little seed beads sewn on there that looks like a little flower. Wouldn't that be cute to do the goldish yellow bead in the center, and I have them, and then do the little cream colored around like it's a little daisy or something. Oh, geez Louise. That's what I'd like to do, but not for flat mail. Okay, I'm sure this is way too long, but let's do this real quick. Oh, unless it's way, oh my goodness gracious, no, it's way too long. Just letting you know, I will be putting those down. I might put a little something over them, and then sew it, and cut it when I'll be done. And I just want to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.